guys, so today I'm going to be doing my full coverage foundation routine. I have not done one of these in so long, and I know that I do it a lot of times in each of my makeup tutorials, but I thought that I would just go more in depth and show you guys the products that I'm using and kind of tell you why I like them. So if you guys want to see my full coverage flawless foundation routine, then just keep watching the video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye! Okay, so to get started, I've already done my brows because I always do my brows before I apply my foundation. And I just used the Dip Brow Pomade in Blonde by Anastasia Beverly Hills. And I already moisturized my face, and that is so important to do before you apply your foundation. And I use the CeraVe Moisturizing Lotion for normal to dry skin. I'm thinking I'm going to do an updated skincare routine if you guys want to see that too. So then I go in with primer, and I'm going to be using two primers. This is MAC Prep and Prime Skin Base, and this I just take one pump of, and I find that this just kind of smooths out my skin. It kind of has like little reflectants in it that make it look nice as well. So like once it settles into the skin, it has like a silicone feeling, and it just makes it all feel really even with texture and everything. So I really like this one. And then I go in with the Smashbox Photo Finish Pore Minimizing Primer, and this is great for oily skin. I just take about that much on my finger, and I put this in my T-zone where I normally get oily, which is by my nose, my forehead, and my chin. And I kind of just push that into the skin so that really sinks into those pores so that it makes them look smaller. So I really like those two primers together. And that's just like me being crazy and total makeup freak using two primers. That is definitely not necessary, but that's just the way that I like to prep my skin. So then going on to foundation. Normally I'll let this sit in for a few minutes, but for video's sake, I'm just going to keep going. So there's two foundations I really like to mix together. First off is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place Makeup, and this is the most long-wearing primer or long-wearing foundation that I've ever used. It literally does not budge for anything, and it's very full coverage. And then the other one that I'm obsessed with is the MAC Studio Fix Fluid, and this one is very full coverage as well. It doesn't have the long-wearing power of the other one as the double wear. That's why I like to mix them together so I get the best of both worlds. My shade in the Estee Lauder one is 3N2 Wheat, and in the Studio Fix Fluid it's NC35. And when I mix them together, it kind of gives me the perfect shade too. So I just put a little bit onto the back of my hand. I always end up putting too much because I don't have a pump for either of these, which I really need to get. Put the same amount of both of the foundations, and then I put just way too much, which is stupid of me, but yeah, no. And then I just take any brush and I just swirl them together. You can even use your finger for this, but yeah. And then whatever left is on the brush, I just kind of put down by my face, or not my face. And then I go in with a beauty blender. This is my favorite way to apply foundation. It just makes everything full coverage, and I just press that right into the skin, and I just dip my beauty blender in the foundation and then go right onto my face. Pushing it into the skin just makes it really soak in. I don't really wipe it, I just push. And I apply this all over my face. And I like the beauty blender so much because you can really get in between the eyebrows really nicely without ruining the brows if you like doing them first like I do. And I always bring it down into my neckline and my hairline just because I want it to be an even application. And I always just put it over the lips because I feel like sometimes if you don't, then you can kind of see the outer rim of your lip and it just looks strange. So I just do that, and it preps my lips for whatever I'm going to put on them. Oh, shit. Don't tell me I just got that in my hair. Oh, I freaking did. See, the struggle. Having white ass hair. I can't make up my mind for what I want to do with my hair. So let's put it back up. Okay, so right after foundation, I go in with concealer. And my all-time holy grail concealer is the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. This does not crease. It is full coverage. It literally will hide anything that you want it to hide. So I absolutely love this. And it is like very creamy. So I just take one pump and put it onto the back of my hand. Then I go directly in with my beauty blender and take a little bit and start applying it in the upside down triangle motion under my eye to kind of do that highlighting. To do the highlighting effect. Sorry, I'm sick. And by using the beauty blender, it makes sure that you don't apply too much because it just soaks up anything that is unnecessary. So I put this on top of my eyelids too, just to prep for shadow. And then whatever's left over, I put on my chin, my nose, and I bring it up right in between my brows, like kind of on my forehead, on my cupid's bow. Just because we want there to be, if we're going to highlight under the eyes, we need to make sure that we highlight on other parts of the face as well, so it doesn't look strange. So once I've done that, I go in and I set my concealer right away so that it doesn't crease. And I use the Kat Von D Shade Light palette and the Morphe M438. And normally I use this nice yellow shade, but I'm pretty much done with it. So I just kind of combine these two and try and get as much of the yellow shade as I can. I really want her to come out with just a plain, somewhere where you can just buy this yellow shade because I'm obsessed with it. It is perfect. And these are just so creamy and amazing. So I just really make sure that I set wherever we just put that concealer with this lighter powder. Once we've set our concealer, I go in with the Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. And this is the most incredible setting powder I've ever used. It really does make your skin look nice and flawless, and it's so finely milled, like I can't even explain it. Once you try it, I think you'll see what I'm talking about. But I always use this on a beauty blender because I think it just applies better. So I just go in and dip the sponge in and just apply it to my face. And whenever I use this, my foundation does not like crease on me. It just makes everything look really nice. I've been using this for years and I just love it. So I pretty much apply this everywhere except for under our eyes. Since it's translucent, it doesn't change the color of your foundation or anything. It just sets everything. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do my eye makeup, and then I'm going to come back and show you guys how I finish off my face and kind of like bronze it up and everything that I do with the rest of my face. So I'll be right back. So I just finished up my eye makeup, so now I'm going to go into contouring. And I know that I do this in every video, but it's just part of my routine. So I thought I would just show you guys for those of you who have not seen it before. So I go in with the Kat Von D Shade Light palette, and I use the Nars Ita brush. And I just take these two lightest shades and just kind of mix them together and just tap off the excess and just go in and contour. Using this brush, it makes contouring so easy. So if you find that you're struggling with it, I would definitely try this brush out and see if it works better. Then I go down the sides of my nose. And down by my chin. Then I go on with bronzer, and I've been using the same bronzer for, I want to say, about a year now, and it is my favorite one, and it's Max Mineralized Skin Finish and Give Me Sun, and it's just a warm tone bronzer, and I take it on a Morphe E4 brush, which is just an angled brush, and I just pop this on my cheeks just to kind of warm up the face and kind of blend in with that contour. And then I put it by my temples. Did anyone else hear that? Who knows? And then I go in and bake my face, and this is totally unnecessary. I just find that it really helps make my contour look really nice, and it kind of helps set the foundation even farther. Not that we need to, but why not? So I take the Mercier translucent setting powder, and I take any just like angled sponge, or you could even take the beauty blender. I'm gonna try the beauty blender today. And I just carve out where we just did that contour. So that's going to give it a more pronounced line. And it kind of sets the foundation. And I apply a generous amount. And then I go and put some on my chin, my cupid's bow, on the bridge of my nose, a little bit up here, and then a little right here, where we originally put concealer. And then sometimes I'll even go in right here, because that's where I tend to get smile lines. And I let that sit for only a few minutes. I don't let it sit for very long. Okay, so I let it just sit for about a minute, and then I just go in with the same fluffy brush. This is a Morphe M438, and I just kind of wipe it off, and it just creates a nice baking effect. So just a nice precise line. See how crazy that is? But then for blush, there's two that I've been reaching for a lot lately, and I'm just kind of going to mix them because I just love them both. The one that I've been using a lot is this Tarte Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Blush in Captivating. I love these coral type blushes. But then I've also been loving Nars Orgasm, which is this one. So I'm just going to kind of mix those two together just to create my own little concoction. Love it. And then for highlight, I've been using the same thing for forever now, and it is the Becca Champagne Pop. And I just take that on a M501 brush and just pop it on my cheekbones, make them look nice and luminous. Alright, and then to finish it off, we are just going to spray a setting spray, and this is just going to ensure that it lasts all night / day long. And my favorite one is the Urban Decay All Nighter Makeup Setting Spray. I have noticed such a big difference when I use this and when I don't, that my makeup stays on so much longer. So I just shake it up and then spritz it all over my face. And that is it. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in my next one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!